Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
Let me tell you what a week we had. I mean, an amazing, sexy liberal. I don't know if Stephanie has told you nice people listening that you can still catch that on the pay-per-view, but that's actually still available in case she hasn't mentioned it.
I have mentioned it.
So much fun at the convention. And of course, the last night, I finally got you in my box.
Yeah.
Last night at the convention.
Yes,
it was such a great moment.
Oh my God.
Well, it was about time I returned the favor.
Honestly, all these years, I had to drug her up pretty good, folks, but I carried her upstairs and we got her to stay conscious for long enough to be in my box for about half an hour of the
It is a dream come true. It's a dream come true.
I'm still can't walk straight.
Mark said, I bought the pay-per-view last night, best $20.24 I've ever spent. It was so funny, so vulgar. I must admit I did pause it at certain moments. Did you see I posted the pornographic picture you took from backstage? But Chris showed me how to put a kitty emoticon over the important
Not
parts.
a pornographic picture. It's deeply flattering, folks. Deeply flattering. And I only sent it to you, Stephanie, and a few other people I let download it.
And then I posted it. Okay. Hi, John. Hi.
Hi. Hey, can I just take a moment to congratulate all the anti-abortion voters who gave their obedience to Donald Trump for 9 long years? Congratulations, folks. He used you, and then he dropped you as soon as you were inconvenient. It's like you were one of his wives, pro-lifers. You pulled it off. Congratulations. That's how much he loved you. He treated you like a wife.
By the way,
He believes nothing, people. He believes nothing.
I love your answer to Dennis on Twitter. He said, how do you know Trump committed adultery? And you said, because I lived in New York City in the early 90s and watched him show off his mistress to paparazzi every night because he wanted to humiliate the mother of his children, my blindly obedient friend. Wow.
I know Marla Maples. I did a pilot with her. I mean, my God, she's the most famous side piece in tabloid New York City history.
I remember because I was on Hot 97 then. I remember just friends. Marla and I are just friends. Cut to like literally a week later, they're married. I was like, oh, I see.
And that's Tiffany's mom?
No.
Yes.
He waited to marry her. He took her out every night in front of the cameras deliberately to humiliate Ivana and the kids. I mean, and the kids were just little then.
Yeah.
I mean, you can actually hear Donald Trump becoming this warped fiend he turned into, the junior one. He did it to humiliate because that's what he does. He hazes. He gets off on hurting people and he enjoys humiliating people. Just like this week he did to fallen soldiers and the entire anti-abortion movement.
Yeah. Can I just say, okay, so you've seen these are Trump TV hosts, okay, claiming that the Bible shows that God saved Donald Trump from being assassinated.
Yeah.
With some granular detail about Leviticus and pig's blood. Do we have this from my personal comedy,
4.
Jesus? Yeah, okay, 4.
You have the iconic fight, 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 and that fist pump in the air, covered in blood. The interesting thing about that, too, a lot of biblical prowess for it, because in the Levitical priesthood in the Old Testament, the blood to be set apart to share not only the gospel, the word of God at the time, but Aaron and his sons were anointed with the blood of the lamb or a pig, the sacrifice, on the right ear, usually the right thumb or right middle finger, and then the right large toe, to go out to be set apart to share God's story and his word.
Did you have thoughts? Okay.
I thought he would.
Oh, get her. That's my first thought. Get her. Yeah, okay, ready for my thoughts?
Yes.
Folks, you're going to hear a lot of right-wing Christians quote Leviticus in your life. Your uncle racist quotes it. Your aunt dead inside quotes it. Leviticus is the part of the Bible they use to say that Jesus wants you to hate gay people. Ye shall not lie with a man as with a woman. That's an abomination in Leviticus 18. Says nothing about one guy on all fours, 2 guys standing up, 1 guy against a men's room stall wall while a Republican senator plays lookout.
It was the koala care station.
Yeah.
Here you go. By the way, those things pretty sturdy. Don't knock it.
John's tried them out.
Yo, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. Jesus brings this thing called a new covenant, and it's why y'all have to drop the homophobia, but you get to eat bacon. You're not a first century Hebrew wandering the wilderness for 40 years trying to keep your tribe numbers up. Nobody, and let me say this very clearly, because some of y'all have right-wing Christian relatives, nobody believes in or follows Leviticus. And any Christian who's quoting Leviticus is lying. They don't believe it. And if they do, Leviticus 20:10 demands you have to stone adulterers to death.
No.
So I'll let y'all work that out with Mr. Trump, but I'll let the Secret Service know you and your rocks are on your way. Yeah. They don't believe it. They don't follow it. And anybody who says that God intervened to save Donald Trump's life is a person saying God intervened to kill that poor guy in the stands in front of his kids.
Yeah, exactly. But wait, there's more, John.
Please.
And that gave me goosebumps when I heard that story, because I wasn't aware of that until after the assassination attempt. So I think there's a lot of divine intervention that was involved in that. There's no question about that.
Yeah, if anyone was ever doubting that there was divine intervention, if you look at the entire sequence of events and how it all played out, God was in this. God protected President Trump, and he's going to continue to work through this movement.
Blasphemy. So let me get this straight. God didn't care about the Newtown kids. God didn't care about the Uvalde kids. God didn't care about JFK. God didn't care about Yitzhak Rabin. God didn't care about John Lennon or Gandhi. God cared about Trump, but God wanted the guy in the stands to die in front of his kids. These people are blasphemers, and you don't need to believe in the Bible as literal fact to call out this disgusting, hairsprayed heresy.
Hey all. Glenn Kirshner here. I hope you'll join me on my new audio podcast, Justice Matters. I'll be using my 30 years as a federal prosecutor and Army JAG to unpack, break down, and explain the legal issues of the day, particularly where the legal intersects with the political. Please look for Justice Matters with Glenn Kirshner wherever you generally get your podcasts.